Hello and welcome to KCAC, your 7 minutes of good news. Have you ever started something you just didn't feel like finishing? You have the best intentions going into it, and you know it's the best thing for you to do. But you get to that halfway point, or maybe not even that far, and you just give up. It's not that you don't want to make it to the finish line and accomplish your goal. It's just we are human, and we start to question if the goal is really worth it. Thoughts that flood your head may be, do I really need this? Is anybody even being impacted by what I'm doing? Is there an easier way that doesn't require so much work? Nobody will really notice if I take a step back for a few months. I could start next year. Besides, COVID set everything back this year. I'm just tired. There's always tomorrow. Can you imagine if everything we did in a day was only halfway? This is the thing. Yes, it will all be worth it. Here's the key. Remember why you started. You got up one day and decided, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Take yourself back to that moment and revisit all the reasons you started this journey in the first place. Whether it's singing behind a praise mic on the platform for live stream services, posting videos to keep the youth or children connected, stepping into a drum cage after a long day's work, paying your tithes when times are tight, or just waking up every morning and living the way you promised yourself you would at the beginning of 2020. Your work is not in vain. Even if you don't see fruits from all your labor just yet, I promise they are coming. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 29 says, He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might He increaseth their strength. Verse 31 says, But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. It reminds me of a story I heard when I first started attending this church. That is the story of Brother Fred McCusick. Brother Fred did not attend church, but his wife attended faithfully. She prayed every day that the Lord would give her husband the desire to be saved and to attend church with her. She would pray day after day and never witnessed any results. One day, Sister McCusick passed away. And not too many days after that, Brother Fred McCusick walked to the back doors of that sanctuary and never left. Brother Fred would be the first to volunteer to help the church with any projects or just randomly clean the church during the week. He became a faithful man of God and was faithful unto the very end. Sister McCusick never got to see physically for herself the fruits of her labor. She was never able to attend church service with her husband by her side. But God, even after her passing, was able to turn her endless prayers into a miracle. We look around and sometimes don't see any positives in what we are doing, but I can promise you this: God sees the positives. Cast your worries into his hands. He's got it all under control. Thomas Edison once said this: "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that will not work." Lastly, Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not." That's all for today. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope this message helps you in your daily life. So whatever you're working on or whatever goal you are trying to achieve, don't give up. God's got you. Please like this video and subscribe for more good news. See you next week.